Good morning. I am Greg Geller. I'm the chairman of the board for the Denver Metropolitan Association of Realtors. Welcome to our kickoff event of the Local Insight series, which is going to be several roundtables with local leadership. I am privileged and honored to have the mayors from Wheat Ridge, Lakewood, Arvada, and one of the commissioners from Jefferson County here today. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll.
Hi. I'm glad I get the run when you all have coffee and something sweet in your hand. I mean, I'm going to be successful here, right? I get to talk about Wheat Ridge, and Wheat Ridge is nicknamed is Sweet Ridge. I think it is. You know, we're only a little over 30,000, so we're not a really big city, and we're definitely surrounded, and a little bit our growth can be stilted by that, but. The city is really standing up on its heels and really coming out. We had actually, our population had gone down a little bit, and it's popping back up again because we are getting a younger influence, and yet our seniors are wanting to stay here, and we have built one more kind of a building for them, an apartment complex, very nice one, and another one is coming that Wazi Construction has done for them. And when those buildings come up, we had, on the first building, which only held 88 units, we had a 500 people wanted to get into that building, then there was room. So another one is being built, fortunately. And what happens when you do have those seniors move out, they move out of not the city, but they move out of a lot of homes that then become available for the rest of the market. And what's filling it, interestingly, is young people with families who we say, yeah, go for it, raise chickens and have a garden, and they're very quickly that way. Fortunately, we also have, you know, as you all are aware, we did a 38th Avenue road reconfiguration. Road diet is the traffic-wise, it really made little difference, and our population struggled with it a little bit. But it's incredibly successful. Well, I say was, it is. 35 new businesses, sales, regional interest in our city than we had before. We have now 4. And, you know, Mike, I mean, huge. The construction we have, they are all for sale, and they are very, very popular, very attractive places. Or they start just under 300, 275, filling up before they're even getting out of the ground. We have 2 of those locations that are very attractive. They're about 26 homes each. Have another area opening at 32nd and Wadsworth, which will be it's a little off Wadsworth, but that will be called cottage homes, and they're very, very attractive, nicely built. And of course, we also have the property out at 38th, and it's called Fireside by Applewood, which are some really large homes, which is the 500 to $1 million. But what's happening is that, yes, we are getting infill on those small areas, plus we're getting a lot of interest in our commercial areas. We've got a couple of little corners available, and there's a lot of great interest. And when I say that there's new homes coming up, we're talking about not having seen that for 20, 30 years, where there's really some significant interest in this city. And I think it is because between our location and it's a good feeling place. It just is. Now, there was 4 areas of discussion that I did want to touch on. Of course, Bob did a great job on, and there's our savior. Lakewood is our savior for the condo situation. But regarding what realtors can do for us, or your group can do for us, it's disseminating information. That's what we need the most. We just went through a hairy election process, and we really needed more information out to the citizens as to why a city needs to grow, why you need to have building here or density here, because as we change, as we move forward in all of us, all of our lives, density does have to be a part of it. We can't urban sprawl, as it used to be called, has to be out of fashion. So somehow that the public needs to know that there can be wonderful creations where buildings, structures that are very attractive to live in. So that's where you can help us, as well as what's going on in our city and this city and that city. That's what helps bring those customers right here to the western part of the Denver area. Okay, answering a couple of those questions, DMAR as well. The fast track thing, we are fortunate that we do have a location, a commuter rail location is going to be in our northwest corner. We are creating kind of a little village for the area, and once again, we will seriously need some condos in that area. Patio homes work very well as well. You know, the school problem is, it is embarrassing. It is as well, and the fact that we've got teachers walking out and students walking out and doing stay-at-home days, it's sad, but it's also interesting too, because in a way it's indicative of the need for change, that a system has been in place for a long time and it's time to change it. I know one of the areas, I realize salary is one of them, and that's constantly a problem, and we want to pay our teachers as well as we can. But one of the areas that is having difficulty is what's called the, I see what this word is here, I'm sorry, curriculum, the curriculum guide. You know, the curriculum of the school, and it seems to be a struggle between whether there should be representation of our country, how it should be represented in schools. And when I grew up, we were given a representation where everything was glorious and wonderful and candy coated. And the students today want to know a little bit more about their country from both sides so that they can learn as well as all you and I have learned, is that everything has two sides to a story. And so let's encourage that there are two sides to a story. There are two sides to this story of Wheat Ridge, the story in our life, so that you know how to deal with another side. So you know how to open yourselves up to another side, another point of view. So I think that is the struggle that's going on, or one of them, in the schools. I don't know if it was, I think the other questions you did pretty well with. And Mark, you're fabulous. Shall we bring him on?
Wait, this part?
Oh, as well as Don. Thank you all.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes.